So welcome to this short class on unwinding after a busy day. So we're only going to be doing a few postures, nothing too crazy, a really nice, soothing, calming class just to unwind and de-stress at the end of the day. Okay, so I'm going to invite you either to sit in a seated position, or if you prefer to do this lying down, you can also do that. So it's completely up to you how you sit or lie down, just making sure that your body is completely comfortable. And then once you're there, you can close the eyes and begin to deepen the breath. And becoming aware of the sound of your breath. And of course, if you've had a particularly busy day, you may find that there's quite a lot going on mentally, quite a lot in the mind, a lot of thoughts passing through. Maybe you've even already run off with a thought and you've forgotten about the breath. This is all very normal, very much the human condition when we are feeling a little bit frazzled, a little bit overwhelmed. So we're going to stay here for a couple of minutes, just focusing on the in-breath and the out-breath. And keeping the practice simple. Take one breath at a time, focus on one breath at a time. So you're going to follow just the one inhale. Inhale, follow the breath. Exhale, follow the breath. Inhale, follow the breath. Exhale, follow the breath. So we're doing this one breath at a time. We are not thinking about how long we're staying in this position. We are focusing on one inhale, one exhale. And if your mind wanders off in between those breaths, this is fine. If you've had a busy day, there is going to be a lot of processing that the brain is doing, so just be patient with yourself. And come back to your breath, follow the next in-breath. And the next out-breath. Breathing in, breathing out. And just continue in this way. Try not to become frustrated if your mind is just constantly kind of going off and away from the breath. No need to become aggravated by this. You just go, you acknowledge it, you go, okay, I'm thinking. And instead of thinking now, I'm going to come back to the breath. And we can just repeat this. It doesn't matter how many times we drift off, we come back, we drift off, we come back. Not important. The important bit is that we remain calm. We acknowledge that we're no longer focused on the breath. And we very gently, patiently bring our awareness back to the inhale, to the exhale. So just continue breathing. This might be the first time today you've acknowledged your breath, you've actually connected to your breath. It's not just a passive thing that happens in the background. And embrace that. Drawing in vitality on the in-breath and calmness on the out-breath. Inhale, vitality. Exhale, calmness. Of course, if you wish to stay with this breathing practice a little bit longer, you can pause the video and continue that practice. But if you're ready to move on, I just want you to take a moment and register the difference in your body and mind now. After just a few minutes of stopping, pausing and focusing on the breath. After that really busy day, how has this short practice transformed your body, your mind? And let's just be real for a moment. It's not always that 3 minutes has that effect. This is why maybe you want to stay longer and then feel the benefits. But maybe you are at that place where everything is just dropped and become a little bit more calm. And if that's the case for you, then great. We're going to continue with that calmness as we go through the postures. But maybe you're at that place where the mind is still busy, there's a lot of tension in the body, there's, a disrupted breath, you can't quite find a nice rhythm to your breath. All of these things can just be a signal that you are still in your stress response, that you're still a little bit too wired. Yeah? And this is fine, this is okay. But you can also acknowledge that. Acknowledge the resistance that your mind is having to this breath work. If we can acknowledge that resistance, we can hopefully start to move past that into a much calmer, peaceful place. So when you are feeling ready to move on now, we can slowly blink open the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Slow, calm breath out. Okay, if you're lying down, come to join us on all fours. If you are sat cross-legged or in a chair, again, make your way onto all fours. If you are sat cross-legged like me, then perhaps you just want to shake the legs out for a moment, just to release around the hips. And then we'll come to that all four position. So taking your time to get there, it's really not about rushing through the practice. Okay, we've had a busy day, so we don't need the body to be in that busy state, that rushing state through the practice. Just staying really calm, taking things slow and giving your body a chance to unwind from the tension and give your mind the same chance to unwind. Okay, so now we are going to do some cat-cow movements. On the inhale, drop the belly gently, roll the shoulders away from the ears and look up. And exhale, rounding back, chin to chest. Inhale, dropping the belly, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Good. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Good. Bring the big toes together, sink the hips back, and go back into an extended child's pose. At this point, we want a little bit of space for the inner thighs to be hugged by the ribs. And we want the fingertips to be to the floor, so more like a suction pad with your palms. Stretching the hips back. Gently press the feet down just to stay connected and grounding to the floor. You can rest your head on a block or a cushion if you wish to. If you're okay just to have it up and there's no tension in the neck, this is also fine. And so your inner thighs are hugging the ribs. Your abdomen has space to move on the in-breath. Good, one more breath here. And then we're going to place the palms down now. So getting rid of that suction pad on the hands, spread the fingers, just wake the energy up in the arms. And then slowly, we're going to come back to that all-four position. Have your feet behind the knees now. Tuck the toes. Stretch your hips back and then gently go up into a downward dog. Just a brief downward dog. You can keep the knees bent. The heels don't have to reach the floor. And just take a moment to move the neck around, releasing any tension there. Spreading the fingers. And then we're going to slowly start to walk forward. Do the hands, feet can be hip distance or mat distance if you need a little bit more space for the hamstrings or the back. Hands can also be on blocks now, so feel free to go and grab some supports if you need. You might not, you might be able to touch the floor. We don't have to have the legs completely straight. Your shoulders are very gently lifting away from the ears. But they're also relaxed, so we're not kind of keeping them really jarred and back. It's a very gentle lift. Again, just giving space for the neck. Press into your feet. Lift the sit bones up. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Crown of the head dropping, so we really are trying to lengthen the neck now. Good, and now we're slowly going to roll up, so chin to chest. Make this movement nice and slow as you roll to stand. Coming all the way up. When we get to the top, we can just roll the shoulders a few times. And then if you have a belt handy, you might want to go and grab that. And we'll just do a little bit to, again, soften around the shoulders and relax the shoulders. We hold a lot of tension there, especially when we've had a busy day. This tends to be where we get tight, and without realising, we may spend some of the evening with the shoulders a little bit higher than normal. So let's use our belt to get some movement through the shoulders and to loosen everything up. So that lovely forward bend we just did is really good just for quieting the mind. Changes our body into more of a parasympathetic, so rest and digest function. So whenever we invert the body, we go upside down. It's very calming for the mind, very calming for the body. So just remember that whenever you've had a busy day, if you have no time for anything else, do a standing forward bend. Okay. Good, let's take the feet hip distance or wider, and then you're going to hold your belt, keeping the wrists nice and flat. Your arms might need to be quite far away, so this is completely dependent on the bones of your shoulder, so please go wider with the hands or closer with the hands if you need. And then we're going to lift the arms up and over the head, and then back. Trying to keep the elbows as straight as possible, trying to keep the wrists nice and flat. So you're pressing into your feet here to support the back. Nice calming breath as you do this. Very good for getting shoulder blades moving, for loosening up around the pecs as well. Again, when we are stressed, we've had a busy day, we tend to be more in this kind of rounded, closed off shape in the chest. So this shoulder opener is very good for counteracting all of that in the body. Good. Let's just do one more. And then we can release the belt. We're going to release the arms down by the side of the body. Closing the eyes. Take a moment just to feel all around the chest and the shoulders. What a simple practice, just a few postures, and we have changed the body, changed the processes in the body, changed the brain function. We've done so much for helping us drop into a much calmer, parasympathetic place. Yeah, the rest and digest function of the body. I want you to take a deep breath in now, feel the lungs all the way to the chest, and exhale, release. Good. And then you can join me with this hand movement. We're going to turn the palms up, just at the lower abdomen. As you inhale, you're going to lift the hands to the chest. When you get to the end of your inhale, you're going to turn the palms down, and exhale, bring the hands back down. Just do this 2 more times. Inhale. You can do it with the eyes closed. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. It's a lovely way just to ground that energy. Great. So you can open the eyes now. You have the option to go into a short relaxation here, just lying on the back. If you have the time, I recommend you doing that. If you have got things to get on with this evening, then just take a moment standing, take a deep breath, maybe bring the palms together at the heart, and then continue with your evening. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a great rest of the day.